Hey, what's up, guys? Brian here with Tactical Investing, and today we are doing a broad market overview, just taking a look at the long-term view. There's a lot of doom and gloomers. Everywhere I go on YouTube, I see doom and gloomers who are saying, "Oh, we're heading into this crash this year is going to be worse than the 2008 subprime mortgage crisis." And there's just a lot of generalized talk. I would say the overall general sentiment in the marketplace is overwhelmingly bearish. These people are out here screaming from the roof, Chicken Little, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. And it would be hard to disagree on one level because the more of this information that you pump into your brain, and then the more you try to connect it with fundamental market analysis or just looking at the data, you begin to paint a picture that seems to be corroborated with the idea that all these doom and gloomers were projecting in the first place. But, you know, I tend to agree. Um, that we are heading into a 2 year bear market. And I'll tell you exactly how. Yes, I'm just another doom and gloomer saying the same exact parroted parody that itself, I mean, it might as well just be a parody of itself at this point. Yes, my name's Chicken Little, and the sky is indeed falling. So get your raincoats and saddle up because it's going to be a 2 year bear market. I mean, look what we were faced with, okay? Let's go all the way back to 2008. All right, well, let's skip all that. This isn't a history lesson. All right, so 2008 was the market crash. We're just looking at the Bitcoin overview today, just to get a broad market sentiment. All right. So, in the overall scheme of things, we had Bitcoin top out around 126. Okay, so Bitcoin cracked 100, had a strong reversal off of 100, came back for another roaring head pop above 100 back here in May of 25, a brief stall above 100 around 125, which you could think of as like a plane that left the atmosphere going straight up, and then it just ran out of fuel, like in one of those Top Gun movies where it just goes straight up for a while and then just stalls out. It's like, but it's not going to hit the ground. And this is my good news that I bring to all you marketplace players, hustlers, and haters, is that yes, Bitcoin did top out above the clouds here. 100K is the cloud zone, right? This is the red zone. The pilot of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto, piloting the F-16 Bitcoin fighter jet, raced to escape the atmosphere and did a hard reversal off of 120 back here in August 25. All right, but after this long run up, I mean, look at how many days this was. Here's what I'm predicting, people. You got 1,000 days, roughly 2 years up if you follow these pi cycle tops. This is a 2 year run from September 20 to September 22. All right, that's 2 years. 2 years up, then 2 years down to 24, okay? Roughly. Okay, there's 24. 2 years up, 2 years down. Then from 24, 2 years up to 25. Now that's where we are now. We just crossed into 26. So 26 into 28 is going to be 2 years down. So I have predicted that the markets are going to, just based on the overall analysis of the pi cycle tops and Bitcoin's historical time placements moving through real time, that it's going to be a 2 years down. Now, of course, that could be wrong, um, but that's just what I'm predicting. And when you combine this with real estate and the overall market, a lot of people are saying that it's going to be another 2008, and we're actually going to see a lot of um, houses go into foreclosure going into 2028. A lot of Americans are going to be insolvent by 2028, and the markets are going to sell off again, and home prices are going to crash, which I tend to agree with. I think home prices are going to continue to steadily decline going into 2028, along with the overall market prices. But of course, it's all just speculation. But my advice is with the clear data that's on the charts, the best approach going into 2028, which is right here, if you just look and see, this would be the bottom of the market right here. July 2028, if it's sold off for another 2 years and chopped around down into here and even hit the lowest of the low going into the summer of 2028, this would be the bottom of the barrel for the lowest rising support level that Bitcoin has, right? So that would be the last line in the sand at 30K in July 2028, you know. But that's not even to say that that has to hold. This is just my overall market analysis. So based on that predictive trend, you know, what is the best course of action? Well, it's the same old stuff that you've been hearing for years. Save your money and reinvest your money into hard assets that pay you passively and pay you cash flow, which is the hardest thing to do. It's like saying, well, yeah, if you want to get 100% ripped in Hollywood form, all you have to do is eat 200 grams of protein a day, drink green juice, and then exercise for 3 hours a day, right? Every single day. And then do that consistently without drinking any alcohol, without raising your cortisol, while working a full time job, while you're investing on the side, right? It's a tall order. And as more people get into the side hustle gig, which is what I'm exploring, those margins are getting slimmer as well, just based on my overall frontline real estate market approach, based on my side hustles of, selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace and seeing the time to sell. Like I think of it as days on market, like in real estate, like the average days on market right around now in Colorado is hovering around 30 to 60 days, depending on the market. 35 up in Denver and 60 plus in the auxiliary satellite markets. But what I'm talking about with Facebook Marketplace is it used to be a lot easier and faster to sell goods on Facebook Marketplace. So the days on marketplace has gone up. And even with really good products that you think would sell, it's like, okay, I have this, you put a product out there that's at a 30% discount already. And not only is it taking a long time to sell, but the offers that are coming in are far below market price. They're 20, 30, even a lot of times I'm seeing 50% off of the list price, right? It's the same old story. Yeah, I listed my motorcycle on Facebook Marketplace. The guy comes in and says, I'll give you $500. It's $1,000 dirt bike, right? But most of the offers are coming in at 700, which tells you, well, you should just jack up your list price, right? Well, then just list it at 1500. So the combination of factors with how hard it is to sell stuff on the marketplace shows me that we are moving into a bear market, and it's a good time to try to do service-based businesses, home service businesses, to stack cash on the side, because services is still something that hasn't really been inflated. I mean, yes, it's still eating the cost of inflation because the people who are paying for these home services need the money to purchase goods and food. But I still think it's an achievable way to earn income by offering real home services such as shoveling snow, raking leaves, landscaping, electrical, plumbing, etc. right? Because that's still, even if we didn't have cash, even if our cash was worthless, you could still do a bartering system, which is what some people have been talking about for years. Hey, I'll come to your house and fix your electric if you let me use your boat for the weekend, right? So as finances tighten up and less people have cash reserves, the best thing to do is barter with your neighbors to enact some type of barter system. All right, so that's all I really had on this one, and I'll see you on the next one.